If you're a financially independent woman over 40 with no children, you are operating a high control financial system. But there is one variable that quietly introduces risk: intimate relationships with financially dependent partners. Not because of income level alone, but because of shared living structures, emotional financial blending, informal asset exposure, and long term legal assumptions. Most wealth erosion in independent women doesn't come from markets, it comes from relationships without financial boundaries. This is not about discouraging relationships, it's about asset protection architecture. Sink women often build strong financial independence. They have stable incomes, savings discipline, emergency funds, and investment portfolios. But many do not apply the same rigor to relationships. That mismatch creates vulnerability. The core issue is not income difference. The core issue is financial asymmetry inside shared life systems. Risk usually appears in four key areas. One, housing exposure. If you cohabit or partially subsidize living costs, you are converting liquid capital into shared consumption. Recovery of that capital is difficult or impossible. Number two, lifestyle drift. Small subsidies become permanent: groceries, bills, discretionary spending gaps. This is how temporary support becomes structural dependency. 3. Informal asset access. Even without legal ownership, you can end up with shared accounts, shared subscriptions, shared debt exposure. These create indirect liability pathways. So, what is the opportunity cost? Capital used to stabilize someone else's finances is 1. Not invested, 2. Not compounding, and 3. Not building your security horizon. So, why does this hit sink women harder? Sink women operate without a dual income buffer, co parenting financial offsets, and shared long term liabilities. This means every financial decision is fully exposed on your balance sheet. So, relationship based leakage matters more. Even small inefficiencies compound over time into reduced investment growth, delayed retirement targets, and weaker emergency resilience. So, what are the protection principles? These are non negotiable principles for sink women. This is where most people fail. They rely on trust instead of structure. You need rules, not intentions. So, these are the rules that we're going to abide by. 1. Separate financial systems. There should be no merging of core accounts, no shared debt, no informal lending without documentation. Rule number 2, define contribution boundaries early in your relationship. If cohabiting, split must be explicit, the bills must be reviewed periodically, and they must be tied to income reality and not emotion. Rule number 3, protection of the asset base is paramount and should come first. Your priorities are 1, your emergency fund, 2, your retirement and investment accounts, and 3, that liquidity buffer. Relationships do not get priority over these layers. Rule number 4, avoid invisible subsidization. Common failure modes are 1, paying significantly more for convenience, absorbing shortfalls repeatedly, and not tracking cumulative leakage. If you cannot measure it, you cannot control it. Rule number 5, no assumption of shared future liability protection. Legal defaults almost do not protect informal arrangements. If it is not documented, it just never existed. It does not exist. So, what are the behavioral warning signs? And we're not here to be judging individuals, but it's about the system signals. What are the warning signs? Risk increases when 1, financial conversations are avoided, 2, contributions are inconsistent, 3, dependency becomes normalized, 4, temporary help becomes routine, and 5, you feel responsible for stabilizing someone else's life. The key indicator is simple. Are you building wealth or are you stabilizing instability? This is the balanced reality check. Financial independence does not require isolation, but it does require clarity, structure, and enforceable boundaries. The goal is not to avoid relationships, the goal is to prevent asset dilution through emotional financial blending. So if you're a sink woman over 40, your greatest financial advantage is control. Control only exists where boundaries exist. Protect the system first, and everything else becomes optional. Let us know in the comments if you've got any other rules or advice for sink women in relationships. See you in the next video.